Well, good morning, Lufkin Central and Online Worship Community. Jason Hollinger, the campus and community minister here. And for our time in Jesus and Coffee this morning, we're talking about friendship. We're taking a giant leap, if you will, up to 1 Samuel 18. But you have this friendship as now, we've talked about Israel asking for a king that led us to Saul. Well, then we learn of a young man named David who finds himself in the court of Solomon or of Saul's kingdom, and he forms this friendship with Saul's son Jonathan. And there's something about certain friendships. I tell people when times are difficult, you don't need Facebook friends, you need good friends. And you need those who will stick by you, those who will um, promise you perpetual friendship, constant friendship through the ups and through the downs. Those that will say to you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Those that will remind you of what it means to be a good friend, a good husband, a good father, a good leader, a good coworker, a good boss. You need those people in your life. And David, yes, was a military hero, but the true, just the friendship that he and Jonathan had, the true, just the love they had for one another, was not anything involved with that David and Saul had of jealousy and envy for all that David was able to accomplish. As I think about this and I think about what this means for us and what this calls us into is, you will find yourself every day in those moments, uh, passing someone, whatever it may be, that is in need of someone who will who will be a true friend to them. And all of us have been in moments. Everybody who knows that my wife and I, we have a junior in high school, our daughter, and those that those who have raised kids and especially daughters know sometimes about the drama that comes with it, right? And there was this moment where I won't get into the details, but of one friend that was on the outs, and I said, listen, uh, having been in those moments of high school and dealing with drama and friendships and different things happening, I said, what's amazing that takes place is one that is on the outs today. Someone else is going to step up and do something that everybody's going to get mad about, that everybody's going to get all bent out of shape about, and they'll forget, or they won't remember as well the one who did something before. My pointer was this: there are always going to be those who are going to do things that you don't like, do things that upset you, that hurt your feelings. But how you respond back to them by showing them grace and mercy, and with that, there's accountability. That doesn't mean that you just forget everything they've done. There needs to be accountability for bad choices, but there also needs to be people who step into those moments and who offer understanding, who offer compassion, who offer instruction in those times. And yes, you know what? It's up to that person who has harmed us to receive it in the way that you seek it to be received. You can't control how somebody receives it, but what you can control is how do you respond to those, how you become a friend, and how you live as a true friend to those when others have turned their back on them because of a bad choice they have made. So, my challenge to you today is to be a true friend. Be one who offers grace, mercy, accountability, instruction when needed, as needed. And I guarantee you, it is in those moments that you'll find that person when you need them, when you do your stupid act. I'll just call it what it is. When you do that thing that you regret, they're going to be the ones that are going to stand by you. They're going to be the ones that remember what you did for them. So that's your challenge today. Find a way to be Jesus. Find a way to be that friend in that great time of need. Can't wait to hear and see how it goes. Y'all have a great day. God bless.
Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children,